Thank you so much, Pastor. Dickness, thank you, Ma, for this opportunity to stand in front of everyone here to talk about getting into teaching. I started my teaching career in one of the business career program that we had in 2014, and the talk was given by Brother James. And then before that time, I've been applying because I was a banker before I came to this country, and I wanted to get into the bank here. I was applying. I did like close to 100 applications, and they all turned me down. So I get back to my son, and I was like, oh, what do I need to do? What do I do? So I came for business and career program. And when Brother James was talking, the Holy Spirit ministered to me and said, you know what? You need to get into this profession. That's what I want you to do. As at that time, I didn't know how to go about it. I didn't know how to get into teaching. So if there's anyone here who is passing through the same quagmire like I was, I'm going to just give you the step on what to do. So first of all, to get into teaching, you must have a qualification. Now, some people think that you must have a British qualification for you to get into teaching. No. What you have to have is a BSc, any degree, any country. And now you could get into teaching having a career. So you have a BSc and then you've worked somewhere. Because what they are looking for is transferable, transferable skill, yes. So maybe you've been working as a banker, you have a BSc, you have done your master's here, and you want to get into teaching, you can. So don't think that you must have been brought up in this country, trained here, no. And it's not about age, because they are looking for more experienced people. People have been in the workforce, people who have children, who can bring in their own experience. Now, having a BSc, a master, any degree, that's one thing you need to do. And then you need to have your Maths, English, and Science, C. Now, they take from C4 up. I mean, most of you know what that's created here. So, I mean, some school will not insist on the science score. They will give you their own test. Like, I didn't have my science. I was an art person. I was an art student, but I had my English and Maths C. So some school, what you need to do is Google. There are so many schools in London or in England. Some of them are a little bit lenient when it comes to science, and they will tell you, okay, they will give you their own school exam for science. So don't be put off by that. Just Google the school, and some of them will take you. Now, you have to apply to UCAS. Now, it's kind of like, I mean, if you are not, if you did go to university in London, UCAS is kind of like a portal where all university admission is done. So Google and then go through UCAS to apply. Now, what happens is it opens in September, November. When I did mine was September, but I think sometimes it's November. You're supposed to apply pre-school first, and then you go for the interview. The interviews are they are all online. The questions to be asked are all online, to be frank with you. If you Google any school that you want to, you applied for, and you Google interview question, I'm just giving you a tip anyway, interview question for that school, someone somewhere will post it. Google is a very powerful tool. They will tell you everything that was asked, and you just research. Another thing to do is use people in church. We have so many teachers here. I mean, I can count the 5. And we've all been through the process. I mean, Brother James has always been, I mean, anytime I'm passing through anything, I'm going to him. And we'll tell you what to do, we'll help prep you. Now, I did my application, I did like 10 applications, so don't give up. I mean, I was giving up. I did the first interview, second interview, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9. I was like, oh my God, it's not gonna work out. It's not easy being a black person, and I'm going to say that, getting into teaching is not easy. We are the minority. Most times, a white it's not racist, but it's fact. A white person will get the job. And if you're not born in this country, most times you might not get the job because of your accent, but don't give up, because the job, they want the manager to come in. They really want us to come in. But most of us are scared. We don't want to do it because of the children. We don't want, like, they're so rude. No, they are not rude. They will train you. Now, when you get a school, some people keep saying, oh, I don't know my maths, I don't know my English very well. You don't need a skill. You don't even need to know it. Everything is learned on the job. That is why you're going through the training. Now, there are different routes you can go. If you want to be a teacher, you can go through PGCE, which is what I did. I had a master's and I had to do my P3, it's a 1-year course. Or you can do a normal 3-year educational course to get it. Or you can do a school direct. Now, for parents or people who have children, most times your children's school will have places for, they will have an opportunity for you to come and be like a TA. Take those opportunities, 2 weeks training, then you have experience, then you know if you actually want to go into teaching. And then you now build that interest. Those things help when you go for the interview because they know that you've been in the classroom before. Now, what something else I wanted to talk about is, which sometimes puts people off, is the money, the payment, like how much do I have to pay for the training. Now, if you have your papers and you're in this country legally, you don't pay cash to them. Everything is financed by student finance. Now, even though you've had your university degree before, it doesn't matter. This, for teaching, they pay you again for your tuition fee, your maintenance loan, and if you have a child, they give you a grant for taking care of your children, so everything is taken care of. Then there's something else. What got me into teaching was because there's a bursary that they give you. Now, if your specialty is maths, science, English, they give you £28,000. So that covers everything. If you have a master's degree, they give you like £8,000. So you're actually being given money, free money to train. It's up to you what you want to use it for, and you still have your student finance loan. Now, some people say, oh, the loan is not too much. I'm a qualified teacher, I'm teaching. I only pay like £26 every month out of my salary, so it's not much. And you're going to pay that for like 10 years or 20, they wipe it off. So it's not something not to get into. Final thing I want to say is the benefit, because sometimes we ask ourselves, why do we want to go into profession? For an instance, I don't want to, like, when I'm old, I'll start looking for, I'll start being on state pension. As a teacher, you are forever guaranteed a good pension. So, what I'm earning now as a starter, when you start, when I started, for inner London, you start with £32,000. For outer London, which is Croydon and other places, you start with £28,000. Now, every year, you're given more money, you are promoted. As long as you're in school, they don't deny teachers their promotion. And you have like 4,000 on top. So if you've been in school for 3 years, like you're earning like 35,000, and it's a lot of money. And another thing I want to say is your pension is guaranteed because you have 20 years of saving for your pension, and you'll be paid the last, I don't know how to say it. You don't ever have to think about money because your pension is guaranteed. Then another thing I wanted to say is, another thing why I went was because of mortgage. Now, for teachers, they call them key workers. Now, I know for every other person, if you want to get a mortgage, you have to pay 10% for the deposit. But for key workers, you only pay 5%. And also, if you're looking for property and you don't have any money and you are distressed, the Teachers Association will give you a house. If they feel you don't have money or something is wrong, you have a right for them to give you a house. So there's so many things to do. And another thing I wanted to say, sorry, the last benefit, which was why one of the things, because sometimes it's not about the money. I stopped doing that because I've gone into blogging. I do personal tutoring. So you will see parents that want you to teach their children, especially if you are doing very well. You make for an hour £35 for just teaching one subject, maths. Think about, you close school at 4:30, you have 3 children to teach, how much you make a day if you want to do it. I'm very busy because I went into vlogging. Now, another way of making money is to vlog, which is like going on YouTube to talk about educational content. So people come to me, they ask me, sex education, when should I, that kind of a thing, when should I start teaching my children? Or what about, being rude and everything? So, you know what? When Pastor Chris said, this year is a year of light, what came into my mind was enlightenment, education. And I said, you know what? That's a way of making money. I have so much to say. So there's so much.
No. So listen, you have to make yourself available. and there's one thing she didn't mention. In the summer, you get 3 months holiday.
Oh yes, our holiday. Yeah, it's not just the summer. I mean, like next 2 weeks of holiday.
My best friend is a teacher, so I know she has, advantages for mortgages. She teaches, she tutors, she does all this. All summer long, she's sleeping till 10 a.m. There's so many advantages. And if you would like to know or find out more information, please speak to Sister Blessing. Let's give her a huge round of applause.